Meow.
Hi! Turn your computer down.
Turn your computers down. 9,627. We better get started.
Hello?
Hi!
Hello?
Hi!
Oh, hi, this is Mackenzie.
What now?
My name is Mackenzie.
Hi, Mackenzie.
What's going on?
Nothing, it's just 3 a.m. in Miami, and I'm just...
Where are you in Miami, y'all? Jeeps.
I'm in Wellington, actually, right now.
Oh,
We were just in Miami.
Yeah, we were just swimming in Miami.
We stayed at the Cardozo Hotel. It was lovely on the beach, and we went to a beautiful wedding.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
And
We
then
swam in the ocean while the sun came up. I was shit-faced. It was awesome.
Well, I actually have a question.
Yeah.
You?
Yes, I do.
What is your question, Dan?
Well, I have clinical depression, and I was recently diagnosed as bipolar, and I'm having trouble getting my parents to kind of, like, adapt to it with me.
Adapt to the fact that it's like been diagnosed now?
Like the fact that I'm going to be going through these crazy mood swings until I can find a mood stabilizer that works.
Now, they're not like in denial of what you're going through,
they
are they?
understand that you have an actual problem.
My dad, he's like kind of on the fence about it. He's like, oh no, you're not bipolar, only crazy people are.
Yeah, but
But you have a clinical...
you have a clinical diagnosis, correct?
Yeah, it's just like, they're sort of reluctant about it though, because I'm like 14.
Oh, so they think that like,
teenage stuff.
right, they think that it's just a phase and that like, if you were like 25 and diagnosed with it, then it would be like, okay, maybe she has...
Perhaps do they talk to your doctor? Do you have a psychiatrist, I'm assuming?
I'm actually going into my therapist on Monday to talk about it, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Why are you nervous to talk about it with your therapist?
Your parents are going in?
Yeah, my parents are coming in with me.
I would be happy
Yeah,
because if anything, your therapist is there on your side to help
on your behalf.
make your parents. Sorry?
Huh?
What'd you say? So what were we saying?
I said, yeah, that does make sense. I don't know, because, like, they came in once before, and everyone got, like, really emotional, and it's just hard to see that.
Was that before or after you were diagnosed?
That's, before.
Well, I think now that you're diagnosed, I think everything should make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And perhaps tell your therapist, be like, my parents are having a really hard time understanding. I mean, obviously your therapist agrees with the diagnosis, right? Is she the one that he or she the one that diagnosed you?
Yeah, she's the one who said that I had it, yeah.
So then it's sort of her job, if anything, to explain to your parents what's going on and make them understand and realize how important it is that they know how to deal with it and cope with it.
And take it seriously. Too.
Yeah.
And not just think it's like a phase.
Yeah, and that she's not doing that just willy-nilly. It's not like giving kids like Ritalin for ADD.
Yeah, and I think it's, I think it probably will get emotional. It might get more, emotional just like the last one, but, it's not something you have to, you kind of have to deal with,
Yeah.
I mean, all those things, especially, those things are emotional, especially because now you're going to go into an office where everybody, that's what you're supposed to do is everybody's supposed to, open up and let loose at a therapist, so.
But I think if you ask your therapist, like before or whatever, just be like, can you please make sure that this gets across? And then I think she can really have a goal for when your parents come in and make that the focus of the session.
Yeah.
And if I were you, I would actually look forward to it because she's somebody whose job it is to explain things well.
Yeah, it's not like you're in your kitchen screaming at them and they're screaming at you and everyone's having an argument.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
Yeah.
No, that's her. And especially since she's the one that diagnosed the problem or at least saw it. That's really going to be her position. It would be the same thing if you were like a gifted student and the teacher has to explain to the parents why you're excelling at something. There's no difference. It's her job to tell your parents what's wrong or right and how they need to work with it. So if I were you, I would actually look really forward to it.
Yeah, I think you're in a good situation. It's a good controlled environment.
Yeah, and I think your meeting with the therapist and your parents will actually be really helpful.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Good
luck.
luck.
Yeah.
Let us know how it goes.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, you too.
I felt like I kept repeating myself.
No, but you're good.